camera that could be used underwater. We set it up in the pool and took turns diving. Rick went first, then Rose, and Caleb. The results were more or less the same. They lasted for about a minute and a half. I was the last one to dive. As a child, I had really liked to swim and often held my breath for fun, so it wasn't hard for me not to breathe for a long time. When I surfaced, I saw that Caleb had jumped into the water again and was planning to dive after me. We thought you fainted or something. You were underwater for 3 whole minutes. Psst, just 3? One day I had held my breath for almost 5. Everyone was very surprised by my ability. They looked at me like they were seeing me for the first time. All of a sudden, a man came up to us. He turned out to be the owner of the water park. As soon as the host announced that I was about to dive into the pool, all attention immediately turned to me. To make everything look more impressive, we had come up with something interesting. I picked up a weight, fastened a safety rope to my leg, and dove into the deepest part of the pool. I didn't just sit there, but tried to dance beautifully. Of course, moving made me run out of air faster, but I managed to stay underwater for over 2 minutes anyways. I surfaced, caught my breath, and went down again, then again, and again, and again. When I came up, the audience would clap loudly, and that encouraged me. I felt like a real star. I had never got so much admiration and attention before. After a while, I started to get tired, and Caleb said I should take a break. I swam to the side of the pool and suddenly heard the host's loud voice. And now, welcome the unsurpassed champion, the young master of sports in rhythmic gymnastics, Mandy Moore! I thought I had heard wrong. It couldn't be happening. What was she doing there? Had Mr. Jones invited her? I looked at the stage and saw my sister. What was worse, I noticed my parents, who were watching her performance nearby. They hadn't even recognized me, all because of my stupid mask. To say that I was angry would be to say nothing. That was it. I had had enough. I was going to show them what I was capable of. Ignoring my fatigue, I sank back under the water. I didn't even use the safety rope. I got to the deepest part of the pool and hugged my knees to my chest because I was getting cold. I would prove to everyone that I was the best. I wanted to set a new record for holding my breath underwater. Soon, I could no longer tell how much time had passed. I suddenly felt very sick. I had a terrible headache and my chest started to burn. I wanted to pull the safety rope and get help, but then I remembered that I had dived without it. I had no strength left and I couldn't swim back up. I panicked and everything went dark. When I came to, I found myself lying on a bed. My worried parents were leaning over me. Naomi, how are you feeling? When I said everything was fine, my parents suddenly started yelling at me. How could you be so stupid? Risking your life for something so stupid. Don't do anything else like that again. Do you understand? Take a cue from your sister. If it hadn't been for her, you wouldn't have been saved at all. I wanted to feel indignant, but I froze with my mouth open. Why was he saying I wouldn't have been saved? No one saw you dive except Mandy. When you didn't come up for too long, she interrupted the performance and jumped into the pool. It turned out that our subscribers wanted Mandy to become part of the team. The video with my dive had gained almost 1 million views, but it wasn't me everyone was discussing in the comments, but Mandy. More precisely, the way she had saved me. I was furious. I had tried so hard, almost drowned, and she got all the glory? Mind off things and passed the time. I wasn't expecting to like that type of work, but to my surprise, I did. I spent all my free time at the water park. I was admired, constantly photographed, and the kids were crazy about me. I was surrounded by so much positivity that eventually I felt better. I started smiling and enjoying life again. One day, I saw 2 girls through the glass. Judging by their identical clothes, they were sisters. One of them fell down and started crying, and the other helped her up and comforted her. It was so sweet that I felt like crying. Why couldn't Mandy and I get along? After all, we were family. I couldn't stop thinking about that scene all day. Maybe Caleb had been right, and I was the one at fault. Passing up such a chance would have been stupid, and I agreed. After that, I had to combine work at the water park with diving, but I liked it. The coach praised me, and I was the best student in my group. One day, there was an exhibition performance in our school. I didn't invite anyone, but to my surprise, I saw my parents in the audience. They watched my performance, and then they came up to me and hugged me tightly. Naomi, we are so